What's up guys, Champ here, bringing you another Infinite Warfare gameplay. Today what I got for you guys is a nasty DE-ATOMIZER Strike on the map Throwback, playing some hardcore team deathmatch. So when you play team deathmatch and you get a DE-ATOMIZER Strike, you guys will realize that it does something a little bit differently. It actually ends up ending the whole entire game as soon as you call it in. I'm going to get it towards around the 80-85 kill mark, and it's just going to completely destroy the other team, and it's going to finish the game, and it's going to give us the win. Even if we were losing, we would still take the win if I had gotten this DE-ATOMIZER Strike. But we weren't losing, we were actually doing pretty well. So you're going to notice I'm going to take a death here at the beginning, and right here I am going to go and take another death. And look at this death. This death set me off, and I think it's the reason why I got this DE-ATOMIZER, because I end up spraying this guy, completely destroying him. This is hardcore. I had my gun like completely locked on him there, and he didn't die. So I got a little upset actually right there, and I just started kind of rushing, charging. And then I realized eventually, oh, I'm doing pretty good. I should probably slow it down. So that's kind of how this streak ends up happening. This life right here is going to be the last time I die, and then we're going to get into the DE-ATOMIZER streak, which is obviously a 25 gun streak, but you have to be using the right type of gun. It has to have the nuke variant on it. Most of the time, it's the legendary version of the gun. And it just has to say, as one of the added variant perks, that it will give you a 25 gun streak, will give you a DE-ATOMIZER Strike, blah blah blah. And that's the only way you could pretty much get it. You'll notice right here I've been using active camo a little bit lately, which is very good. The only problem with using active camo is that I don't have man-at-arms on, so I don't have all the ammo. So every once in a while I will run out of ammo with this NV4 when I'm on like a 20-22 gun streak, and that could be a problem. But most of the time that doesn't happen, because in hardcore, I'd say about 80% of people playing this do use the NV4. So I can always just pick up ammo if I run over their dead bodies after I kill them. So this is the life where I get the DE-ATOMIZER Strike. I'm not going to take another death the rest of this game. And you guys will see that I play this very strategically. I move around the perimeter of the map, and I constantly stay moving, though. I don't do any camping at all in this game. The only time I'll stay in the same area is pretty much if I don't have a UAV. Like right now, I don't have a UAV, so I don't know exactly which way to go. So I'm kind of staying around the same area, but that's key to getting a DE-ATOMIZER Strike. You can't stay ever in the same spot. You kill 2 or 3 people in the same spot, they're going to come back, they're going to get you, they're going to take you off your streak. You're never going to get that DE-ATOMIZER. I'm using a lot of jumping, a lot of jump shots. I find in hardcore jump shots work very well. And for my class setup in this game, I'm using a little bit different of a class setup. I realize now that when I'm playing hardcore, if I'm throwing in the counter UAV, and I got UAV counter and advanced UAV up, I really don't need to have the silencer on this gun. And I found that not having the silencer on this NV4 makes me kill those people in those farther ranges a lot easier. And as there goes another jump shot, you'll see that I do a lot of jump shots, like I said, in hardcore. But I am playing kind of patient, but smart, and still looking at all the spots, like I said. Not campy at all. I'm going to constantly keep moving through the perimeter here. So for my class setup, the difference that I got right now is I go with the extended mags, the quick draw, and the stock. So those are my attachments on my gun. I love to use this ELO sight, so I constantly have been putting this ELO sight on. And then for my perks, I run Ghost, I run Hardline, and Dead Silence. And I've actually been putting on the personal radar, but I don't really use it that much. And if I don't put on the personal radar and say I want to throw on, maybe I want to throw on blind eye, because when you're playing a lot of team deathmatch and hardcore, people are always putting on those little mini turrets. So it is good to have on blind eye instead. So what I'll do is I'll take off Dead Silence and the personal radar, and I'll put on blind eye instead and have 2 perk 1 cards basically. So I'll have Ghost and the blind eye, then I'll have Hardline, and then I'll just have all my attachments, which is the ELO, the stock, the quick draw, and the extended mags. Or in hardcore you could take off extended mags. It's not exactly necessary, but I like to have extended mags on because I don't have the the specialist that's going to give me any reloads or anything, having extended mags on is a little bit of extra ammo, so you won't run out of ammo as easily. And like I said, I do run out of ammo sometimes with this NV4 class setup, and that could be tough, but it really doesn't happen that often. I just picked up a roofless right there, so I'm on a 15 gun streak, and all I need to do is get 10 more. As soon as I get that 10th one, I could call it in, and then I could call this DE-ATOMIZER in and win this game. Right there, I just keep on going back to this rooftop right there. I'm surprised that guy didn't see me, because I saw him as soon as I jumped up right there. And there's another guy on the roof. They're actually in a lot of campy spots. Because I'm going the whole perimeter, I am able to find these guys without them seeing me. Had I cut in through the map at all, I probably would have never got this DE-ATOMIZER strike. This is one of those times when it's kind of like I don't have any UAV up and I don't exactly know where the other team is. So I'm just checking my areas until I could get some type of feel for where the other team might be. Once I saw that my teammate was right there, I just know that there's a good chance that the other team will be coming from this way now. Though I don't see anyone down there, at least there was a little bit better of an idea. That is the one bad thing about not using the other setup that I usually use, which is the UAV counter and vulture. Because the UAV counter and vulture, once you get those rolling, you pretty much have UAV the whole time. The thing about putting the advanced UAV on instead is it goes from 500 for UAV, 600 for a counter, and then all the way up to 1200 for the advanced UAV. So you can't really start cycling your next set of streaks until you get the advanced UAV. So it's very questionable to me whether it's easier to just have counter UAV up and not even have a third streak on and just skip the advanced UAV altogether, because the advanced UAV is helpful, but it's not like a hater. I think I've said that in many of my other videos, so it's not really needed. The UAV is more what's needed. You just kind of need to know what direction the other team's coming from, or just having the UAV up so you can see your teammates on the map and know where they are, and then you can figure out where the other team's coming from there. You'll see right now, I believe I'm only 2 kills off from this DE-ATOMIZER strike right here. No, I'm 3 kills off from the DE-ATOMIZER strike. I'm only going to end up picking up 1 kill with this advanced UAV up because this guy kind of stuck around right here. The thing with the advanced UAV is, like, even though you see a bunch of people on the map, that doesn't mean go sprinting right towards them. I was kind of hoping that I'd put myself in a good position and they would come towards me, but they went the complete opposite way. And that will happen sometimes. The reason why I was able to still get this DE-ATOMIZER strike is because I didn't get impatient. I stayed patient and I just rotated with the guys. Yes, I didn't get to kill any of them that time, but I'm going to come down here, I'm going to rotate, I'm going to go to the street because I'm way more comfortable going the street route than barn to barn. And this is going to be the most important kill of the game right there. That was a tough one. He had shots on me. He was actually in a spot where it was kind of tough to see him because I always check above this can right there, but I don't normally check up there on the roof. You might have noticed that I just peeked and there was a guy on that roof and he just jumped over there. That was another time I could have easily got taken off my streak. But here it is. Here's my DE-ATOMIZER. I'm going to let you guys hear it. So there it is, DE-ATOMIZER Strike, playing hardcore on the map Throwback, team deathmatch. You notice it just completely ended the game. I ended up finishing this game 36-11, which is a decent game, but really it's not like the normal numbers you would see on a DE-ATOMIZER. That just goes to show you that any game, even if you start off bad, which I did in that game, I took 10 deaths before I got on my streak, you could still keep it going, you could still pull it back, and you could still end up having a really good gameplay by the end. Hope you guys like what you saw. If you did, definitely make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to me at Champ Gaming. I have lots more DE-ATOMIZER strikes on this channel. If you want to see them, just scroll through the playlist and go to the one that says DE-ATOMIZER Strikes on Infinite Warfare. It's been Champ at Champ Gaming. Come see me.